Hello and thank you for watching. This will be my first and honestly maybe only makeup or Halloween makeup tutorial for this year at least. This is what I like to call a very wearable flapper inspired look. Um, I'm doing it for my cousin because she is going to be a flapper for Halloween, so I thought I might try to help her out with an easy tutorial. This tutorial I did use only the new, this is a new Tarte palette. I forgot what it's called. This is only my second day using it for a full makeup look, so yeah, if you don't have this, all these colors that I'm using, I think I only used like 4 shadows for the whole eye and they're very easily duped. So don't even worry about having to use this palette. Like, you can use any colors. It's really just brown and gold for the most part that I used. I can also review this if you guys want. I might do that anyways because this is fairly new, so I don't think there are many reviews on this yet, but as you can tell, I highly recommend it. If you would like to know how to get this look, please keep watching. Okay, so I'm starting off with foundation. I'm going to be using L'Oreal's True Match in W6, and I chose this one because this is actually my lightest shade of foundation. I usually use this during the winter when I'm at my palest, and in the 30s being pale was in, so that's why I chose it. And isn't this beautiful? Okay, so we're going to be starting with Peach on Earth in the crease with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to concentrate it on the corners of my eye, on the outer corners, and then I'm going to kind of sweep the color inward after I concentrate it more on the outer part of my eye. Then I'm just going to line my lash line, and this does not have to be perfect because we're just going to smudge it out, so just try to get it as close to the lash line as possible, but it doesn't necessarily have to be straight. Then just with any smudge brush, usually you can either find them individually or like on the other end of some mechanical pencils, and just go ahead and smudge that out like upward. And instead of extending it like I would a cat eye, I'm like on the outer corner of the eye, I'm going to be bringing it back inward because I don't want to extend it like a cat eye, because usually, at least from what I've seen, the looks from the 30s gave the eye more of a rounded look than an extended and elongated look, so that's why I did that. Then I'm just going to go ahead and put my concealer on, blend it out. And now I will be doing what is now called baking, or it's been called that, but I will be baking for 2 reasons. 1, because I will definitely get fallout when I continue the eye look, and 2, because I won't necessarily be contouring in this video because the ladies of the 30s didn't really contour because they were already very slim and slender, so they already had those like chiseled like cheekbones and everything, so that was just not necessary. But to still give me some definition, I went ahead and baked. So I'm gonna go in on the lid with the color You'll Be Surprised, which is this beautiful brown color, and I'm gonna pack it all over the lid. Then I'm gonna take the dual-ended brush that the kit comes with the smaller, fluffier side, the crease side, or the crease brush part. I'm going to just blend that out, and then I'm going to flip it over and use the fluffier side to continue blending it outward. And then I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same step. I'm going to pack the color on and then blend it outward, and I'm just doing this just to give the color in the eye a little bit more definition and depth. And then I went back to Peach on Earth, and I just used a small crease brush to drag it all around my waterline. And I did it to continue giving the eye kind of like a rounded effect, so I still did not extend that color. Then with a flat brush, I went ahead and packed on the color Baby It's Gold Outside on just like the center part of my lid, and then a little bit inward, like toward the tear duct as well. And then at the end, I went ahead and sprayed my brush with Fix Plus, and then went ahead or just any fixing agent to really give that a metallic pop in the middle of the eye. Then I went ahead and just swept off all of the setting powder. You can use any setting powder when you're baking. It really doesn't matter, but I did use banana powder, I believe. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but just swept it completely off my face, and then my camera died. But all that you missed was just me lining my my waterline and then my tight line with black liner. Now I'm just curling my lashes and then just putting mascara on them. very self-explanatory. I'm also going to do my bottom lashes as well. Okay, so as for eyebrows, the way they did their eyebrows back in those days were very thin, pencil thin, and they were hardly arched, so I won't be doing that, but I will be trying to keep it as thin as possible. And as you know, my eyebrows are already arched, so I really can't do too much about that, but they also extended theirs a lot lower than we do now, so if you wanted to go ahead and do that, go ahead. But I meant to do this as a wearable look, so that's why I didn't do that. Now here I used both the highlight and the blush from the palette, and then I just applied that to my cheeks very lightly, but I did it in circular motions because that's how they applied their makeup back in those days. Now for lips, I have heard that in that era, toward the early 30s, they used more like peachy browny colors that weren't as dark, and then toward the end of that decade, they used like more like deeper reds. So I guess you can really just choose which way you want to go with it. I just kind of went, I think, somewhere in between with like a darker brown, and that completes my look. So please let me know what you thought. Request any videos if you have any ideas, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye!